Greetings fellow gamers, I'm the Soulsborne Seeker, and in this video I'll be sharing with you yet another 5 upcoming indie Metroidvania games you probably haven't heard of, expected to release sometime in 2023 or later. Before we start, a kind reminder to please consider subscribing to the channel if you end up enjoying this content, since it will help me reach even more people and spread the knowledge even further. And now, without further ado, let's dive into it. We kick things off explosively with Exil, an anime-styled, hand-drawn Metroidvania title inspired by Hollow Knight and Cuphead. Exil takes place in a desolate world in which humanity has been wiped out as a result of a massive war, leaving only robots and androids to wander the remnants of the apocalyptic destruction. You take on the role of one such android as you travel the vast, interconnected realm while trying to piece together the puzzle that is the epic, multi-layered story that led the world to its ruination. Exil features a rich variety of different biomes, ranging from massive dungeons and ruined cities all the way to exotic environments, all of which are hand-painted in vivid detail, making every separate area a pleasure to traverse and explore. The game places a lot of emphasis on fast-paced action, which, paired with its incredible animations, makes for exciting and tense battle sequences that keep you on the edge of your seat. Special note should also be made about the game's musical score, which features tracks by Kenichiro Suehiro, a veteran composer whose work includes the soundtrack of Goblin Slayer and Fire Force, among other popular projects. Exil doesn't have a release date yet, but is expected to come out on PC, with further plans for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. Moving on, we have Astra, Fading Stars, a Metroidvania game with a focus on combat, platforming, and puzzle solving. In Astra, you will get to explore a beautifully hand-drawn, magical world in which the stars have begun to fade due to a mysterious cosmic corruption that threatens to drown everything in darkness. As the protagonist, you embark on a journey to discover the source of this malediction in an effort to take the fate of the stars in your own hands. In doing so, you will traverse richly detailed biomes filled with secrets for you to discover and new abilities to gain, as well as powerful adversaries you will need to overcome as you are trying to piece together the rich lore of the game's cosmos. An interesting aspect of this title is the fact that it features elements of world randomization, making each playthrough a unique experience. Interestingly, it also features a companion novel called Song of Eleusica, the Ancient Gemstone, for those who wish to dive deeper into the history of the world. Astra Fading Stars is expected to release sometime near the end of 2023 for PC. Next, there is Doomblade, an action-packed Metroidvania game set in the sprawling underground realm of the Lowlands. You are the Gloom Girl, last of the Gloom folk, and in your solitude you hear a whisper that calls you closer. Following it, you find the titular Doomblade, a sentient sword that has spent eons trapped and bound by the Dreadlords, shadowy figures who are also responsible for the withering of your world. Thirsty for vengeance, the weapon convinces you to release it, and together you embark on a fiery path of vengeance to reclaim what has been stolen from you. The game features a vast, interconnected underworld for you to explore, filled with power-ups to discover and massive monsters to defeat as you slash your way closer to those who have wronged you. Doomblade is expected to release during the third quarter of 2023 for PC. Following, we have Goo Keeper, a Metroidvania title that draws inspiration from the original Metroid games of the Nintendo and Super Nintendo Entertainment System era. The game takes place in Shrumast, a world inhabited by goos, creatures born of mushrooms that can mutate to a variety of different beings, including humanoid entities as well as monstrous organisms. You take the role of Rolly, a super goo that lives in the peaceful village of Goo Town with his fellow goos, and is forced to action when a dangerous toxin starts spreading across Shrumast. corrupting goos and turning them into violent monstrosities that threaten the ecosystem. The world of Shroomust is broad and interconnected and can be explored in non-linear fashion, allowing players to progress in multiple different ways without having to follow a set path. Rolly is able to find many different upgrades during his exploration, some of which will allow him to access previously inaccessible areas, while others will boost his combat capabilities. With numerous different biomes to discover and many unique bosses to beat, Goo Keeper is building up to become a nostalgic journey as well as tribute to the original games that established the Metroidvania genre. Goo Keeper is set to release on the 23rd of October 2023 for PC. Finally, we have Chip, Rescuer of Kittens, a retro-style Metroidvania game with clear influences from the golden age of the original Nintendo Game Boy. In Chip, you take on the role of a spaceman who uses his shiny new spaceship to travel from planet to planet in order to rescue kidnapped kittens from the clutches of the evil Dr. Meowcraft. From the 8-bit soundtrack and pixel graphics all the way to the green-tinted screen overlay, this game aims to make you feel like you're gaming on Nintendo's historic handheld console by infusing a healthy dose of nostalgia into the mix. Chip, Rescuer of Kittens has no release date as of yet and is planned to come out for PC. What did you think of these games? Did you already know about them? Are you planning to try any of them out? Let me know in the comments below and feel free to point out any obscure titles you may have come across. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, Soulsborne Seeker out.